After 26 years, Fatal Fury is back. And trust me, I was ready to jump back in. I was super interested in arcade mode, the episode stories, online mode, especially compared to what was going on with the beta, and a surprising mode that took over the internet. So let's jump on in. Fatal Fury City of Wolves is a successor to Mark of the Wolf, which was one of my favorite fighting games, mainly because my favorite character in all fighting games is in that one. So I'm glad that I'm finally get to play him again in a modern fighting game.
Got a death wish? Alright, let's do this!
And the new gameplay style is really interesting. This game's main feature is the rev system. And the closest thing to compare it to is Street Fighter 6 stamina bar, but in reverse. Instead of going down, it goes up, and if you rev it fully, now you burned yourself out. Just think of the fighter overexerting themselves and now they're out of energy. I like how the system is added into the fight, which allows you to do crazy combos, but you can't just keep doing those same crazy combos or you're going to end up burning yourself out. So now you gotta watch yourself. Especially since you can cancel enhanced moves into another enhanced move, into another, and into another, which will push the rev bar extremely high. So I feel like it's a really good high risk, high reward. And the SPG is back, which you can place on your bar at the start, middle, or end of your life bar, which will give you a armored attack. And they even added an air SPG now. I love, but also hate this at the same time. It's a pretty decent armor attack, but for most characters, it's extremely safe on block, but there's ways to get around it. You can just do it back, kind of like how Street Fighter 6 impact move is, or you can grab them out of it. But there's some characters like Rock and B. Jeanette where they do theirs, they're in the air, so you can't grab them. So people like Rock who just keep spamming it over and over is really hard to deal with. And then the same with B. Jeanette and Mize, because theirs are really good anti-air, so it's kind of hard to fight back sometimes when they have that. But luckily, it's just where their health bar is. So once you get them out of that, they can't do it no more, which I find fair, just a little bit. Like one of the things I do, if the bar is in the middle, I make sure I hit you to where it stops just before you get it. Then my next combo, I'm gonna make sure it's strong enough to make sure you miss that whole bar. So now I don't have to worry about you ever spamming that move. Which is why I also see a lot of people use it at the beginning of a fight now, which I do too, because I don't want to lose it, and I'll try to use it at the beginning as much as I can to take the advantage. Because it's also tied to your strongest attack, so if you lose that, you can't even do your ultimate move no more. I'm also one of those guys who are very into the story, so I've been having a lot of fun with arcade mode. Seeing what these characters was up to during the past times and what they're doing now is pretty interesting. Especially my favorite character. I love his ending. I was like, oh, this is just, it just warms my heart. I'm so happy for this. And surprisingly enough, a lot of characters show up that are really familiar and you're gonna be like, oh wow, maybe they'll show up in season 2 because of this. And a few surprising boss fights that I did not expect. Episode of Southtown, that piqued my interest because I heard it was like an RPG-like thing. I was like, oh, kind of like how Mortal Kombat's Invasion mode is. But sadly, it's not. Yeah, you go around the city fighting people and level up, but the thing I thought was I get to pick the stats. There's no stats to be found. You just level up, which just increase your health, increase your attack, increase your defense and stuff like that. But I thought that I get to pick what I want, like in Mortal Kombat 1. So it's still fun, but I just wish that we got to put the stats where we wanted to. And again, there's not familiar faces, but there's familiar attacks. Some of these NPCs have attacks from characters from KOF, Fatal Fury, and other SNK games. And I'm sitting there like, is that hint that they're going to be in Season 2 too? Because there's a lot of familiar attacks. And of course there's online mode, which kind of scared me because, whew, the first beta was pretty bad. I didn't play the second beta that much, but I didn't have no troubles. But there was a lot of issues from finding an opponent, finding your friend, putting in the room code and it says it's not there. But so far, I've only had the room code issue one time. After that, me and my friends never had a problem. I've been finding matches pretty fast in casual matches and only had like one laggy fight. But I can definitely say compared to the beta, the online has definitely gotten better. And the last thing, color edit. You know, it's always funny when the fighting game first come out on social media, you always see people posting combos, tech, but color edit has been sweeping social media with all these cool outfits. I posted a clip of my Robin doing some combos and everybody in the replies is, yo, what's the color edit for that? I want to get that Robin skin. People are just having a ball with color edit. I am too. I made so many different dong colors. It's just crazy. There's also a jukebox mode which has almost all the old Fatal Fury games and a few KOF games, so you can listen to any type of song you want to, which is pretty fun. I do like also that it has a random mode, unlike for some reason Stage Online, you can't pick your stage before a fight. You have to pick it beforehand, which means it's going to stay on that stage every time you play. So then I have to take the time to back out and switch my stage, because after seeing it the 4th time in a row, you kind of get tired of that stage. But at least the music you can put on random. Hopefully, because I hear a lot of people also say this too, they add a random stage to it so you can get random stage, because, yeah, tired of seeing the same stage over and over and over where I'm forced to back out real quick and change it. But all in all, this has definitely been a fun game. This was one of my most anticipated fighting games for the year, and it did not disappoint. Love the story of arcade mode, enjoying episode mode. It could be better, but it's still fun. And online works. Love it. Especially having fun with these color edits. So if you're into fighting games, I definitely say this is a must buy. It's a really fun and fluid game. So I hope you enjoyed this Slick Quick review. It's been the homie Slick. See ya.